back to American Truck Simulator. I'm David Steele, and here's me truck. And today we are in the International 9800. It's felt like it's been a while since I've driven this, and I just wanted to give it a bit of a run. But also, I made a change to the Steel Productions engine pack recently. Well, okay, I made a lot of changes to the Steel Productions engine pack recently. One of the changes that I've implemented just a day or so before I recorded today's video is I opened up some of the European engines to the American trucks, and including in this list was giving the International mark access to both MAN and Scania engines. Here we are. Okay, let's go ahead and manage this. I managed to be whipsawing around in the gearbox. We're at my favourite job site in Dallas. We're just to the north of the city, and you'll see why in a second. I'm going to go ahead and pull up to the little green icon. In fact, let's see if we can do something one. Yeah, let me actually just pull up first. So let me mess it up. The parking brake code, right? Now this is why I really like this this location. Let's whiz around with the mouse. And if you know Dallas, and I do, that is Dallas skyline. In fact, let me see if I can pull back. Yeah, there's that lamppost in the way. Okay, well anyway, that's the reason why I like this job site, because that is Dallas, and I live very close. In US terms, I live in Dallas. Alright, let's see what jobs are available. There's a Halloween event taking place. I don't think we'll be taking Halloween candies from this building site, and we aren't, which is good. Although we do have challenging jobs. Ardmore trip with a wheel loader. That could be a bit of a challenge with this truck. Bromine's also an interesting cargo. I think that one's fairly new. And that excavator looks new as well. Let's go to the freight market. See, well, it's just one trip, a bulldozer. Yeah, I guess I'll be doing an external contract. It's going to be that wheel loader. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, well I'm going to go ahead and get myself loaded up, so I'll be back when I'm connected up to the trailer. Right, we're back. We're connected up to this trailer. So we'll go ahead and start the engine. So there we go, okay. And let's talk a little bit about what's under the hood of this International. I suppose technically what's under the cabin. Get my windows closed. Ride height's back to normal. Oh yes, I remember this challenge. Climbing out of here is fun, I suppose you might say, especially when you don't take the parking brake off. Okay, so under the hood is a Scania engine today, because Scania has the same partner as International, and they're same parent company, but not partner. And their parent company is Traton, or Traton SE. They also own Volkswagen, which is unfortunate, and they own MAN. And so between the three manufacturers there, or the three marks, there's a pretty good choice of engines and gearboxes, and often it's kind of a similar platform, a similar piece of equipment. So that's, to my mind, yeah, you know what, I'm going to enable this. So if you always wanted to drive an International 9800 with a Scania DC11, that's the 16.4 litre V8, at least the current one is 16.4 litre, now you can. And in this case, we've not gone with a DC16, no. To make this more of a challenge, I went with a DC11. That's a really close look at this truck. Wow, not really quite what I wanted. Let's try that, it's better. Yeah, we've got a DC11 under here, and we have a Spicer transmission. That's not part of the Steel Productions engine pack, at least not yet. It's a 9-speed box. There are two 9-speed boxes I'm working on, or I'm contemplating putting into the pack. One is a Spicer Pro with a slightly different top gear, and this is just the normal 9-speed. And if you're wondering why am I only going up this hill really slowly, it's because I'm having great difficulty getting it to go up any quicker. So it's a DC11, it's a 10.6 litre inline 6, it's not a 5, but it only has 1180 foot-pounds of torque. That is 1180, I didn't say that particularly clearly. It does deliver 340 horsepower, so it's reasonable on the power, but it's not got the most torque. And so on a truck like this, you'd think it would be reasonable. I don't think they really designed or spec this particular truck out for heavy haul. And so obviously I put 45,000 pounds on the back of it. So the Spicer, well, I figured if we're going to be raiding parts bins to put together this International, we may as well use something a little different. In terms of performance, I mean, it's what you'd expect from a fairly low-powered engine. In terms of transmission, again, it's what you'd expect from a 9-speed. So no real great shakes there. But it is a cab over. Cab over in ATS is actually pretty interesting. One of the reasons why it's interesting is, well, most trucks you drive are, in fact, all the trucks standard in the game are conventionals, so they have that enormous bonnet or hood stuck on the front. Whereas this thing doesn't even have that. Let's go through this green light. Another stop, another traffic light up here. This light's going to go to red. No, it didn't so far. Okay. I'm not using a transmission with a retarder today. Hang on, I've got time to open a tinny, you know, one for the road. There we go. Please don't drink and drive, you spill it. Do not consume alcohol and operate a vehicle or drive or operate any machinery. And for some people out there, that may actually include your smartphone. So yeah, bit of a bag of parts to go in this little beast, but I'm happy with the combination. And yeah, the DC11 is not fireable. I don't really expect it to be, and I don't need it to be. Wanted this to be just an interesting combination of various parts, and we're moving 45,000 pounds of equipment on what is going to be a fairly heavy trailer with just a 9-speed. Scania make a pretty good engine. And so these days, I don't know whether the current crop of engines from International, Scania or MAN, whether they are really Volkswagen engines or Scania that's licensed or given to the other partners. I don't know how that relationship works exactly. What I can tell you is that Scania's software on their version of the whichever engine it is that you're looking at, it's pretty good. It works very well. The gearing today is fairly low, fairly short I should say. So if we do get up to 65 miles an hour, looking at around sort of 1600 revs, I don't know that we'll actually get up to that speed. We might do. But 55 is close to about 1250 RPM. It was actually slightly taller than a stock 10-speed that comes in the game. That's the Eaton Ultra Shift direct drive. And the reason why I went with slightly taller gearing on the 9-speed is that most of the time this truck is not used to haul a heavy load. So when we get up to some speed, we get up to 60 miles an hour, we've got to turn off. It has an engine brake, which we're about to use, which is pretty effective, all things considered. This is just an 11-litre engine. Don't have that many gears to be able to narrowly choose the right gear either. So yeah, there's a lot of compromises with this setup. Right. So all up, yeah, I'm becoming a fan of Scania's inline sixes, and that said, never didn't like them. Always thought that they were a great choice of truck in ETS, and now I can play around with their engines in other marques. Well, in MAN trucks and internationals. One's turning left on a red. I don't know whether you can do that. Maybe you can and maybe you can't. I'll not be doing that today. Just in case. Might get honked. Oh, the light went green anyway. Right, there we go. Right, nicely done. It's much easier with a cab over compared to a conventional. And this is a set back axle version as well. But it's got that in common with a lot of the trucks in Europe. Set back axle, it makes it much more maneuverable and international. Switch to this wheel cam, I think. When this truck was introduced, it had the highest efficiency aerodynamic package of, I think, any truck sold in the US at that time. It's even better than the 9600, and because capovers, turns out, it's an aerodynamic shape. At the time, at least, they were considered to be better than the conventionals. I'm in the wrong lane. Okay. It's good. Everything's good. No problems here. Oh, I short shifted. Oops. There we go. So we're really working this thing hard, we're working the engine flat out right now to try and get back up to speed. I'm going to go ahead and hit resume on cruise control. Here we go. It doesn't make any difference to how quickly we can climb this gradient, but it doesn't mean I don't have to squeeze the pedal so much. And also because I've got less to do. Time for a swig of drink, I think. Good air, innit? Yeah, I get it. It is lumbering up this hill, and to be fair, I get in your lane, David. I wouldn't necessarily expect it to be doing anything else. At the end of the day, as much as the torque curve is very usable, and you get quite good performance and economy, it is less than 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. And the least powerful stock engine in the game is the Volvo D11 with 1250 foot-pounds of torque. So this has got even less than that, and a bit less power too. But economy-wise, it tends to do pretty good. I suspect that we drop down to 35 up here. Let's take a look. Oh, maybe not. Oh yes, yes we do. There we go. Well, I already told my crews to get me down to 35, so there's a great way to save fuel here. Just coast along. It's climbing a hill, so it's probably going to want a bit of power in just a second. Okay, do the lights go to... No. Lights are still red. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that was dangerous. Okay, that's what you don't. You go down a hill and not look where you're going. It's quite a good dose of surface brake there. Can I use the right lane here? I think I can. I mean, it doesn't say right lane for right turn only. That works for me. I don't even feel like I'm cheating here. This is a lane that's available for use. Quick check on the job. Let's see, we only got 73 miles. I got 16 hours of real world time to complete the trip, so yeah, there'll be no issue there whatsoever. Yeah, we get to go soon. Dum dum dum. So updating the engine pack to incorporate, or to start to blend some of the Euro and American engines I gotta say, I want to say it was an absolute monumental pain, but it was an absolute monumental pain, and what tended to happen is working on the files, a lot of different individual files, and one of the difficulties I have is I work so long at something like this. I go in and I check the torque curves and everything else and check that I've got the right vehicles, but I miss a step. Like, I allow the Scania engines to be available in way too many trucks than they really should have been. I usually don't spot it because I guess you get task focused. I would say I'm just inept at something like that. So I am contemplating having a beta version of the engine pack. And part of the reason why I don't really want to do this is it sounds terribly officious, because if I just have an engine pack and I get some of my chums to just play around with the engine, that's great, but that's just like a preview. So you have to kind of set expectations of, hey, can you test it? I need you to test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And testing takes time because not everyone can just play the game whenever they feel like it. So I've kind of shied away from doing this. But that said, things like when I do a oopsie boo-boos and put the Scania engine in a whole bunch of non-Scania trucks, I'm like, yeah, this could have been avoided, David. Because I usually don't spot it till the next day. So, if you have an observation or a thought or comment, let me know down below in the... Just throw something in the comments. If you think it's a good idea, yeah, let me know. If you think it's a terrible idea, let me know. I think it will slow down how quickly I develop the engine pack, but it'll also get it more accurate. So I guess if you think of the triangle of how you deliver on something or how you get something, so it's cheap, it's good, and it's accurate, maybe. Well, it's cheap because my engine pack's free, so I think we should expect the other two, right? And I haven't always delivered there, and that's on me. Let's see. So I see that SCS has put version 1.53 for Euro Truck Simulator in the open beta. I'm not particularly interested in trying the open beta right now. I did try around with one quite a time ago, and it messed up my controls, and I kept on seeing if maybe I could fix it, then I just couldn't. So I'm not inclined to try the open beta. I don't particularly want to ruin what is quite I would say a nice setup on my machine. More or less got my performance issues with ATS as resolved as much as I think that they're going to be. And I don't have another computer just lying around, so that might be a way to test it, I suppose, completely. So yeah, I'm not that inclined to try the beta version, but maybe I should just suck it up and try it. It's aggressively downshift here. More aggressively than normal anyway. Wow, somebody called me an Uber to get to the white line. Okay, there we go. It's close enough. Right, what have we got? It looks pretty good. Okay, so this is a full power takeoff. Can you tell? Pickup truck. A Dodge. Oh, they all look the same pickup truck, so... Yeah, so definitely lacking in the acceleration, which I knew, and I mean I could have put a 4-speed Allison automatic with this engine. That would have been fun. Okay, I guess we're turning left up here. Follow that other yellow truck. I don't really need to be pulling it so hard up here. Yeah, we're almost at our destination as well. tempted to turn the lights off. The American trick of stop at the line and then, or before the line, and then do the whole inching forward thing, which you can't see around the corner. Let's go ahead and get the engines off. It's got this sort of similar thing that you see in a lot of trucks. Not all of them. Some of them get it just nailed perfect, but this one, I can barely see the needles. I know that they're there. I can't really see them too good. If I turn on the lights like so, the stage 1 light just puts turns the needle lights on, but doesn't backlight the gauges. And stage 2, like so, puts them in sort of an orange. Now, I'm led to believe that is pretty accurate. That's what the real thing does. Does it encourage me to turn the lights on? No, not really.
Turn right.
So anyway, it's a little spot of Texas. Like, you go through neighborhoods like this. I would say fairly regularly, but they're certainly not hidden. Nice little spot. Now imagine this in baking hot, 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, you got it in your mind. Now imagine that's just for a day. Imagine that for 6 weeks. Okay, and then maybe try 12. Summer can be a little warm sometimes. You know, I don't recall coming this way for a delivery. Where are we actually going to? Oh, we're going to Hammy. We're going to a quarry. Well, that'll be why. Yeah, I don't recall coming this way. Visiting this quarry, but I mean, I guess I did because the road is yellow and not grey. Hit your speed. Oh, that river looked very beautiful. I was too busy keeping it in a straight line. So the truck's a little floaty. Right. Take lots of space here because I think I might need to give a bit of a power on as well, because look, there's a bit of a gradient on the way out. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So would this have been a better trip with a DC16, a 730 horsepower beast? That's got nearly 2,600 foot-pounds of torque. That would be quite a venture. Go here. Oh, I think I remember this. Yeah, I do. I used to seem to come here when it's raining, and this road surface is slippery. Let's just stop and take a look at something here on the left. Let's actually just go ahead and do this. So this is me jumping out of the cabin, and that hissing is the sound of I think my truck ride height being changed. It's the same key as you use to elevate yourself. But look at some of the detail here that they've done with the map. So I can see where we're going from here, but the different vehicles in the background and the different gradients and this roads, and my mouse use is not very smooth. And then this water here that they use it for some purpose in the quarry, and I don't know what it is exactly. I'm not an expert by any stretch. But yeah, some really nice effects here. And I wonder, get the right kind of cargo here, if I'd get to watch it being loaded. Anyway, let's go jump back in the cabin because it could be annoying anyone. So much more maneuverable this cab over compared to a conventional. The only conventional that pretty much gets close to being as maneuverable as a cab over is just because it's small, and that's something like the short wheelbase Mac R. That thing is tiny. So yeah, for a truck that's not really built for vocational work, I think that this DC11 Powered International did okay. If I was gonna spec it, well, vocational work, a little bit of an oversteery moment taking place there. I'd probably give it shorter gearing, meaningfully shorter gearing, so maybe 65 would be 2000 RPM.
Here we are, safe and sound.
Let's see, where does it want it? I don't know whether I really want to try the difficult parking or not. Let's see. Doesn't look too hard. That looks easier. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, that is difficult. Yeah, the difficult parking is tough because you've got to get it around that. You have to reverse it for one, and you also want to get it between that container and the blue building, both of which are big enough that you think surely you wouldn't run into those. I'm here to say that yes, I probably would. Let's chip forward a little bit. There we go. I think we're in. Yep. Right. I'm curious to see how well we did here. Let's shut the engine off. So, and let's see what we did in terms of mileage. I'm going to go with not great, maybe 5.5 miles per gallon, but we'll see. Smaller Scanias have surprised me. So it's 130. Oof, yeah, 139 miles and 29.4 gallons. So it's not even 5. It's closer to 4.5. Is that 4.6? 4.7, I think. Still, given what we were doing, it's not a terrible result. I think if we'd been using a DC11, we probably would have got 3 as opposed to almost 5. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you have, you know what to do. And if you thought it sucked, you also know what to do. And I'll maybe see you the next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Goodbye.